On CNBC TV 18's Anisha Jain caught up with Mr. Piyush Goyal, the Minister of Power, Coal, New and Renewable Energy and Mines, and began by asking for an update on the progress of the UDAY scheme and the status of the AT&C losses and a tariff hike. Listen in.
Well, the first year is not yet over. The scheme was only notified end of November. And of course, we have not funded any of the states with any additional funds. So the immediate impact so far felt has been more on the bonds that they have issued, and the states have taken over some debt. So in terms of its financial impact, we are already seeing the losses come down. The AT&C reports are still to come in. We've only had 2 quarters since then. AT&C losses will come in through the efforts of the state government, which we are supporting through the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, through the IPDS, through implementation of technology, feeder segregation, all of which will take a little longer. So if one should not start jumping the gun too fast.
Okay. So moving on to the coal situation, there's a dichotomy where we have surplus coal available, we have good inventory, but then there are a lot of power plants which are stranded for want of coal. What is the update that you can give us on coal linkage and coal e-auction?
There is no plant in the country which is stranded for want of coal. To ensure that everybody gets coal, even while the linkage policy is being finalized, what we have done is we've had massive amounts of coal being given out through e-auction processes. Earlier e-auctions used to be for immediate lifting. Now we even do e-auction to be lifted over 1 year. So we've ensured that anybody who requires coal can bid in these auctions and get a 1-year assurance that he can lift that coal over a period of 1 year. So I think, and if there is any plant that comes to your attention, please flag it off with us. There is, to my mind, no new buyer because we want to dilute stocks. So we are really looking for new buyers. Okay. But the linkage policy also is under discussion and finalization. We may come out with it quite soon.
The new air pollution norms stipulate that the infrastructure of the power generating units have to change. With this, the cost of tariffs of power might just go up. What's the strategy there? And also, do you think we'll have to push the timeline for the replacement of these assets?
The Environment Ministry has come out with certain norms. We are in dialogue with them to work out what is the most cost-effective way and timeline, which is in the nation's interest and the people's interest. But of course, we will not compromise with the environment. This government sincerely believes that keeping our environmental concerns is paramount to the long-term sustainable success of India. So we are very focused to ensure that environment is not tampered with, but we also don't want to be unrealistic. For example, it has recently been flagged off to me that all the 180 or 200 gigawatts of thermal plants, if we were to try and convert to the new standards, we don't have the technical capacity in India to achieve that. So we are in dialogue with the Environment Ministry to work out the most cost-effective and balanced way where affordability of power is maintained and environmental concerns are taken care of.
Lastly, sir, on UMPPs, what is the delay? Why are we not hearing anything on the ground about the UMPPs?
Well, because I don't see any hurry also. There's no tearing hurry. There was a time when the nation was always talking of power shortages, when there was a tearing hurry. Today, I have sufficient capacity, I have sufficient power availability and sufficient visibility for the forthcoming years about power availability. So I'm trying to see how I can further refine the process and make it better and better.
All right.